Monday. It is July 6th. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It to You Straight live from the East Coast. Happy Monday. Some of us call it Moody Monday. And today is about mind fueling, nourishing the mind. Happy birthday to all my beautiful Cancers. May your day be full of bliss, joy, beauty, happiness all around you, and may all your birthday wishes come true. I honor the journey that you're on, and it is with all pleasure, with all gratitude and thankfulness that I'm here, and this sacred space exists because of all our shared intentions. So I thank you and I honor you. God bless you always. Mindful messages for all 12 zodiac signs. Good morning. Hey, John. Hey, Francis. Good morning. Hi. I'm going to give mindful messages for all 12 zodiac signs. This is very important on this Mindful Monday because mindful practice is a technique that over time you'll be successful at it. Gratitude and thankfulness. Amen. Yep. Let's start this Mindful Monday, this Moody Monday, right? Because most anxiety lives in the imagined future, all right? When we overthink, all right? Why is this happening now, all right? Let's see, what is it teaching me at this moment, all right? So we live in the imagined future, and when we find a more grounded, simple way to use mindfulness, especially when we overthink, right? We start naming the things that we see, what we hear, parts of your body. This is going to pull you out of your head and into your present moment. Please send love to Capricorn. Absolutely. You already know. All right. So reset is a moment for reset. Monday, Moody Mondays, Moon Monday. All right. We got to remember that when we live with mindfulness, it's like giving your nervous system a safe place to land. And so one of the things is to focus, do that inhale, exhale, 4 seconds, release, exhale. So slow breathing is important. The longer you inhale or exhale, you're telling your body, you basically telling your body that you're safe. All right? And so anyway, it's all about checking in, okay? Why am I tense? How can I soften my jaw? Can I relax? Release the physical mind, right? Because it tends to get attached to things. And of course, gratitude. It is your anchor. It's your superpower, all right? And when you anchor with gratitude, equals emotionally locked in. And it equals faster manifestations. Things will start to appear quicker. Mindful messages, all right? So in the present moment, prayer, whispers, you're safe, you have enough, choose calm. Let's go ahead. Mindful messages from beginning with Cancer. Happy birthday, Cancers, once again. And may all your birthday wishes come true. Remember, guys, that you are a multi-faceted being, right? Facet is one-sided aspect or dimension of something that has many, many sides, all right? Think of it like a diamond that has a flat surfaces, but each flat surface is a facet, all right, from the word, all right, from the first beginning. And so it's very complex anyway. Let's go ahead. Mindful messages. One more as we tap into the incredible divine spirit of all there is. Have faith, courage, and believe in yourself. Believe slowly. Have courage. All right. Faith. Release the faith that you already once accepted. Things are going to turn out amazing. Better than you expected. The universe is always moving in your favor. And listen to the rhythms of the soul, the heart. All right. Good morning, KK. Let's go ahead. One more. Well, we understand a facet is one part of a complex situation, one side of someone's personality, or one angle, okay? Especially when it comes to communication, one facet of a healthy relationship, all right? Or somebody's spiritual life is one facet of who you are, okay? Let's go. One more. Thank you. I am here a little early because, of course, I slept great. I grounded, meditated, did all the beautiful things. And to begin this live, please be mindful of the energy that you bring. And yeah, come on in, step in this moment. This is the moment that matters. All right. And this will give you, right? Because this is like fueling your mind. And when you do that, you get that mental nourishment. And of course, this is going to straighten your perspective. All right. Intentional living. Pause and reflect. Receive. Hope lightly for you, Cancer. Okay. So remember, these messages are just to guide you to go back to the present moment. And when you carry this mindful energy with you throughout the day, remember that hold lightly, Cancer. I take the things and people that come into my life lightly, not holding on too tight, so that when it comes time for them to go, they may go smoothly. This does not mean I love any less, but that I'm open to the changes of life, Cancer. All right, mindful messages. This is the moment that your present becomes real. All right, the messages are just here to help you. Just slow down, breathe deeply, and reconnect with yourself. Trust your inner wisdom and let this energy, this guidance, bring you peace, clarity, and mindful awareness. Commitment for you, Aries. All right, commitment. I am committed to my growth and dreams. I set routines and habits that help me evolve into my fullest potential. Even though I may not see the physical manifestations of my desires, right? I know that they have vibrationally manifested and are on their way to me. All right? Sticking to your goals, setting those small achievable goals. All right? Small little ones. Remember, the balance is all about making small, consistent choices. We make choices, and then because we can make a decision, and then the decision is going to cancel everything out. But every day we are faced with many choices throughout the day. But commit to your goals is a different energy. All right, you set a goal, and you must see it through. Magic for you, Taurus. Taurus, there's magic and miracles all around you. Okay, where others see coincidence, and this is how the universe connects with Taurus. All right. Repetition, repeated synchronicities, messages. It's all to show you that there is miracles and there is the magic. All right. Well, I can't really see with my physical eyes, seeing things through your spiritual eyes, right? So when you start seeing a lot of coincidence, I see evidence of life synchronicities. I love filling life with wonder and magic. It's way more fun that way. I am gonna start the red. I'm waiting for some folders so I can start doing your vet files, and I cannot wait to get that started tomorrow. I'm gonna go in a little bit into AI, a little Druidism, so you can understand a little bit more the energy behind the cards, and yeah, so get ready for that. I'm gonna do the red files here, powerful and divine. All right, each and every one of you gonna get the red files. Strong. Okay, creative happiness for you, Gemini. Gemini, I reclaim my power to create my own joy and happiness. It is not dependent on any outside source or individual. Therefore, it cannot be taken away. It can always be found within me. Create your own happiness. Co-creator here, so not depending on any outside source. Yeah. And Cancer. I mean, I did Cancer already. So let's just go to Leo. Leo, playful. Leo, I go about life playfully and take things lightly. I can turn any hard day or heavy burden into a fun adventure. Why spend time upset when there's so much fun to be had? Playful. You have Venus and Jupiter there. Expansion, love through faith. Lucky in love. You know, go out and feel like a kid again. Put on those roller skates. Put on good music. Take a ball out. Just go out to the park. You know, you don't have to keep everything together. It's okay. So let today be fun. Even if you don't want to go to work, take the day off. Over here in the United States, it's raining currently where I'm at. So anyway, playful. All right. Remind yourself to have some fun along the day. All right. And for Virgo. I'm sorry, Virgo. Tune in today. All right. Before doing what I normally do, which you're very routine, Virgo, I will take a moment to slow down and to place my hands in my heart, in your heart space, and my hands at my heart, right? And then take a few deep breaths, and I will ask myself what I truly want and what I will honor whatever it is how you feeling. All right, and I will normally say tune into a different frequency or new vibration, show your nervous system a new cause and effect. I will normally say be careful with the way you feel and acting up on impulse. All right, sometimes when we act on impulse, right, it's not so good. So just be mindful. But when you're tuning in, like if you're trying to secure a relationship or just the security runs real deep. So understand that you're secure. All right, you're sent to proceed on. But when it comes to gratitude and appreciation, it starts at the heart. You start feeling, you hold that emotion deep in your heart, placing those hands, and when you practice a little bit of course, grounding, as you start feeling those roots growing from your feet into the earth, you start. I'm doing. I yes. Good morning. Hi, sweetie. And then can I have? You gotta ask the question when I get to you. All right. So hi, how are you? And I have a question. Okay. All right. Just ask the question. If you want to know direction, what's happening today? Hey, this is my sign. This is my rising. This is my moon. Blah blah blah. Then you go ahead and you get the energy that way. Of course, let's go to Libra. Libra projecting. We constantly projecting, right? So anyway, rather than, because we don't see our blind spots, rather than reacting and projecting my emotions onto others, I remember no one is to blame. No one is responsible for my emotions that I feel. When someone says or does something that brings up strong emotions with me, I have the choice into how I respond. And I'm going to stop there because I want to share a little bit with you. When we use emotions interchangeably, and I do have a heavy accent, so we got to think fast, primal, and physical, right? Because emotions are raw. Emotions are the raw, authentic response. They happen instantly. They happen in your body. You don't choose them. They are biological plus instinctively. All right. So the animal is basically it's the one that's acting up because, of course, we have human intelligence and we go by our animal instincts. All right. And so when someone startles you, that starts fear, anger, when you feel disrespected. All right. So what happens in these moments? And when something good happens, so we deal with a wide range of emotions daily. All right. So understanding a feeling versus an emotion, the interpretation of that emotions. All right. Your feelings, your interpretation of an emotion, they come after the emotion. They come after the emotion. We cannot use feelings and emotions the same. Once you learn how to separate those two, all right? Remember that they are shaped by your thoughts, your beliefs, and your past experiences, right? They're more personal and mental, all right? And so when we start to understand, so that's an emotion that's different from a feeling, all right? So a lot of times you get the moon, all right? You got to think of those emotions like your inner ties, deep, instinctive, and automatic, okay? They come from your subconscious, all right? You don't choose them. They just arise, all right? If you are experiencing sudden sadness, anxiety, or you might be feeling comfort, nostalgia, high in intuition, they just rise, all right? And the thing about it is that they are shadows and they react and you don't see them and somebody else will see it. I'm not projecting, all right? But anyway, remember that the emotions, they are like the ocean. They react to the moon always moving. There's something always underneath, okay? And when we look at the sun, all right, what is happening? You might want to lead, create, inspire. You want to move forward, but then your moon is telling you, no, reflect, rest, nourishment. Remember that the moon feeds your roots, your emotional nourishment is very important here. But when you are awareness, right? Like your sun shines on those emotions, conscious interpretation of those are shaped by your thoughts, your identity, your perspective, okay? And so how can you understand them, all right? I feel this or I feel hurt because this happened. I was ignored, all right? So the feelings are basically emotion plus awareness feeling. So how they work together, the moon, your emotions, they send signal. and the sun awareness, and then it interprets that, all right, which goes into psychological, all right, when you understand the interpretation on your feelings, okay, and understand that you are multifaceted. Let's go ahead to expressing love for Scorpio. Scorpio, that's love. All right, of course, all right. Scorpio today, expressing love today. I notice the things I appreciate about the people in my life. I take a moment to send them love and to wish them well. My love is infinite, and it feels great to express it. Either you're sending love, always looking, checking in on your, of course, family. If you got brothers and sisters, friends, neighbors, so you have this expressing love energy today. All right. And remember that inside of your soul is a different expression archetype. And when you have this specific energy, all right, when we look at the larger pattern here, the archetype here. So remember, you don't want to stay in this archetype. You might be training for something else here. I'm just throwing it, I'm just throwing that out there. Let's go ahead. Mirror. Sagittario. Sagittario. There you go. All right, that makes a little bit better. All right, makes things a little bit better. So mirror, in order to change, and this is for Sagittarius, in order to change my life outside, I need to change inside. Once I'm open to this change, my exterior reality will begin to mirror those new shifts. Let's go ahead to Aquarius. No, Capricorn. Capricorn. Oh my God. Why am I going so quickly? Capricornio. Capricornio. With the mirror here. One thing about mirrors, let me give Sagittarius a little bit more. One thing about mirrors, Sagittarius, the thing about mirrors that they don't, that you can only see your exterior, right? You can only see the outside of you. It doesn't say who you are truly inside, being vulnerable. All right, and so that's one thing about mirrors. They don't show who you truly are inside. Capricorn, you got something good, Capricorn, but morning rituals is important. All right, so in the mornings I will take time to tune into myself, Capricorn, to set a high vibrational rituals that will help me lead a good day. I pay attention to the morning habits that don't serve me, and I change them for the ones that do. Sun gazing. All right. Well, today here, it'll be a little difficult because, of course, we have this artificial light, but there's nothing like connecting to the sun's light. All right, not only is it nourishing, all right, but it help you become because the sun is all about exposing your shadows. All right, but any morning rituals, drinking water, all right, eating a healthy breakfast, just getting into a routine, but more importantly, find out your peak hours with the sun. All right, we are in the summer solstice energy. And just try to get that sun as early as possible when you get up. All right. At least spend 20 minutes. All right. And yeah, that's it. So just to get good morning rituals. This is important. Expansive for you, Aquarius. Every day I'm learning new things and expanding into my highest potential. Yeah, I'm not gonna be a lot today. So if there's not a lot of people today, all right. Because I will take with you a little long. So if you want to come back in an hour, I'm gonna be here 2 hours. All right, because I definitely want to get into the world card. Yeah, we did speak about that yesterday. All right. So I'm gonna go one card. In August, one card. I'm gonna start with the Fool, and I'm gonna take it all the way so you can understand the cards and what they're saying to you when you get done, how they pair up. Remember, they are so rich. They are so layered. So, all right, whether we get them in the as an outcome, as the external energy, because it could mean something with what is shifting, what archetypes are moving, So, okay, let's go ahead with Pisces. Pisces, balance. Pisces, I surround myself with people I love and enjoy my time with them, but I also take time to nurture my relationships with yourself. I have found a healthy balance between being with friends and having self-care time. Absolutely. All right. And balance is all about matching. I have to see what is being returned. All right. And it's very huge when it comes to balance. Huge, huge. Because a lot of times about reciprocity, we don't think that we give all our energy, we get depleted. So anyway, try to match what you are receiving with what you are given. Make sure it's an equal balance is very important. Yeah, and so make sure self-care routine, set that up. All right. So make sure that you're giving that out. You're getting it back. Reciprocity. If effort it is in giving, Matt, watch the effort, and then you slow down. Then you hold back. Whether it's love, which is affection, kindness, and all that. I mean, it's always good to be kind. Food, money, sex. You got to be balanced. You got to remember. But anyway, when Venus goes into the seventh house, this is when the cosmic recalibration happens. All right, things start getting correcting for you, and it removes the third parties and all that stuff. That you're done with that. But remember these faster personal planets, which is of course Mercury, which is retrograde, the first planet. We have Venus and we have Mars. All right, and our beautiful Mother Earth here. And so after that, it's morely of a worldly kind of a big when those shifts happen. All right, when the slow moving planets that occupy first house, Neptune, Saturn, and then we have Pluto, Uranus. All right, I believe Uranus is in. I could be wrong. In Gemini. All right, so understand a little bit about balance. Why it's so important, and it's all in small consistent choices throughout the day. Balance is not something that you find, it is something that you make. All right, as you start experiencing. But anyway, these are the messages for today, for this Mindful Monday. Please take the energy if it resonates. All right, if it doesn't, it's okay. So become more calm. We change the tone here. Understand your own sacred vibrational frequency, what it is, metaphorically speaking anyway. All right. If anybody has a question, now is the moment. All right, so you step into this Mindful Moody Monday. Some of us could be a little moody. So I'm gonna every other Tuesday until September. Maybe I'm gonna prolong it. I'm gonna go between Spill the Tea Tuesday, hot and juicy tea. We're gonna look at the houses that are your enemies. So I'm gonna start that tomorrow. Slash that with a little Druidism, the Druids, and a little bit of AI, Gemini, the tools that are available for us. The new savior, all right, which is AI and ChatGPT. A lot of you guys probably don't know. Maybe you use those tools. So I'm gonna bring that slash on Tuesday. But I'm not gonna start the Spill the Tea this Tuesday. That'll be next Tuesday. I want to get Druidism out of the way and AI. All right, we already into the H in Aquarius, and you guys might be scared. We all threatened anyway. All right. Is AI going to take my job? What does it mean for me? How can I have more time? It's about saving you time. All right? It's about just saving you time. Hey, Oli. Hey, Holmes. What up, Holmes? Hey, Davis. And then we have here John. John, you just stay John. You just stay John. I'm trying to go back to Francis, but it's not clicking. Hey, Virgo. Virgo message here. I just did them. I just did Virgo. Virgo got to tune in. All right. Outdated. Maybe changing some routines here. All right. Because when you tune into a higher vibrational frequency, it's not that you're better. It's that your awareness becomes different. Okay. So while if you're going through something personal, right? We look at the personal planets where they all come out, but we have to understand that Venus, all right, it doesn't really like being in the sixth house. All right. It don't like being there. But anyway. When we look at Venus, she's right now connected. All the energy is in the fifth house. And so if you're looking for love, it is different. Venus expresses different in each house it occupies. All right. Energetically speaking, everything is energy. All right. So I don't know exactly what you're looking for. All right. You're looking for career, for growth. You're looking to expand. All right. You're looking for pleasure, sex, fun, children. Where are you? All right, you really got to understand just a little bit here, okay? And so why mindfulness is important? Because it's going to make you become more aware of what's happening now, what is available, and then you just send out gratitude. I'm more aware, I'm more awake, I know what's going on. I don't have to be bothered by every little thing. People's opinions of me, judgments are going to come, they're going to go, and I'm going to choose calm. All right, I'm going to know how to respond instead of reacting. I'm not going to let the animal get loose, because you know the animal gets loose, we get into fights. And I'm going to check in with myself, you know. I'm going to hold myself responsible. All right. Understand again, and I'm going to say it again about emotions. All right. Emotions are the raw automatic response. They happen instantly in your body. You don't choose them. They are biological plus instinctive. All right. So if someone startles you, all right, because we live in the body, you get a fear. All right. If someone disrespects you, you get anger. All right. And something good happens, you get a lot of joy. All right. It's somewhat, if you're out with your man and you're insecure, if you're insecure, you'll get jealous. All right. And so I see it here all, okay? So understand the feeling versus my emotion. Understand really the raw emotions. What are they? How they affect, especially when the moon is in each zodiac sign. So if you're jealous, if you're insecure, then you got to work a lot how to really calm down. There's nothing happening. Your person is just, that's the way he copes, right? Nobody's talking, hey, you can't be with me and be looking at other bitches. You can't, like who told you that I'm okay with that? Like where, what, that is just an insecurity. All right. I want all the attention on me. That's just an insecurity of men or women. All right. They want to be in the spotlight. They want to have all the attention. They lack, this is insecurity. When you're with a person, pay attention to the person you're with. Get the hell off your phone. Just get off your phone. What the hell are we going out for? You don't know how to have conversations. You don't know. You don't have emotional literacy. But anyway, that's one of the things I'm gonna teach here. Hi, you're taking questions. Good morning. How are you? All right. Why are we even going out if you're gonna be on your phone? What is so important there? You know, be respectful to your partners. All right. Show some respect. If you chose to date this person, if you chose to go out, or they just keep it stay. I communicate. All right. Uh, so just always observe the patterns, especially, as you begin this week, always stay observant, stay curious, but don't assume. When you assume, you already know you already predicting the outcome. Your person is not, it might read them, let them know, hey, this is not right. You don't have to fight. There's nothing to argue. You just collectively, you gather your thoughts and you express yourself in a healthy way. All right. Remember, the animal will come out and that'll, and then you'll be like, oh, I didn't mean to say that. Check your animal. That's it. All right. And then your animal is instinctively, and your shadows will show. And when they do, because you don't see them, because they react. All right. So let me take the first question. All right. Just be respectful. Be mindful. Don't lead nobody on. Don't string nobody along. That's just low frequency. That's toxic. That's dense. Know your worth. And treat people the way you want to be treated. It's just that simple. All right. You're not gonna get away with nothing. You just bought yourself some good old karma. And just when you think you're gonna ride off into the sunset, well, you might have fun for a couple of months. Ooh wee. And boy, oh boy, the joke was on you. And that's not one of the things I take from that song, Brian McKnight. When I found the joke was on me. All right. So, Francis, you have a question? If you get the world card, I will discuss the world card. Nobody else has a question? Because once I lock that in, I'm going to be here for at least a half hour discussing the world card. All right. I'm not gonna go into the four faces. I'm not gonna go into the four faces. I will bring it into a different energy. All right, depending on what I get here, what it needs to be acknowledged. All right, and then we'll go into tension, because a lot of times when I get there, the idea that unresolved tension always tries to complete itself at a higher level of consciousness. All right, spiritually speaking, because this is spiritual connected to the cosmos. All right. It points to a natural tendency of the mind, the soul, unfinished experience, seeking integration. So that goes into the integration energy. Okay. And a lot of people, that's boring. All right. And I will help you a few ways to understand tension. All right. That's it, because it goes into the cycle is closed. You completed this. You completed the full cycle here, and we look at those four fixed signs, and we understand the four sentient beings. Who are these? Because I mean, man, wait. I will go with you into who? Into simulation. All right. Are we living in a simulation? All right. Is everything fixed? You understand? Some people don't like it. Some people don't understand it. I really don't entertain it. All right, and or we go into Druidism. So it's either that, and then we look at our AI. All right, she holds the magic. This is a graduation. This is the sun's taking us into interstellar vortex portals, so we could reach higher dimensions of consciousness. Whether we do it here, you understand? So it's very complex energy when we look at that. And when we look at our mind that naturally wants to resolve this tension because the brain prefers coherence and balance, okay? If it's something that isn't understood or healed, it tends to resurface. And you keep repeating it until you get it, all right? So, and then and it'll appear for you in dreams and in reflections if you take that time to go in, because it's showing you something, all right? Awareness expands the container, and you see it's fully enclosed. So it means that you got it. Yay. All right. That's when you complete tension. All right. You're fully out of here. I say, so when tension first appears, a person's emotional or mental capacity might not be large enough to process things. This is what we give into. So when we get up to 4, we should know something. All right. The contain you have polarity. You can hold enough polarity to understand things. And then when you sit at the 4 with those 4 cups, you reach a level of awareness that you could start to understand things. All right, this is the container is large enough for you to process things. So a lot of times we're just given 2 cups. All right, those cups are given by the amount of awareness that you could hold. All right, you either go 2 or you go 4. All right. Anyway, nobody has a question? I'm waiting for some questions. That's it. I'm going to take a quick break if nobody has a question. And yeah, I'm waiting for questions. Looking at on the rest of our lives, if we gonna be together or apart. What is tension? What is the stretch of the universe? The universe expands through tension, right? Even the universe, when we see the stretch, the fabric of the universe, wow. What is it that we living inside of the question, and can we hold these 2 polarities as we stretch, right? Let me go down. Let me go down. Let's be mindful. Let's root it with awareness. As we savor every moment, we elevate our experiences with mindful reflection. And we make the feeling of being grateful and happy a part. If you make being grateful and happy a part of your routine, eating mindfully, healthier, happier, your fruits, your veggies, lots of water, and sleep. I'm also gonna bring every day when I come on here, I show water, I show fruits. That is part of my self-care routine in the morning. Of course, I have my coffee, I have my water, then immediately I go to my fruits, salads, vegetables. So I try to have as much balance as I can. All right. So when we talk about gratitude, again, it's one of the fastest ways because it'll just keep you aware of the goodness, how good you got it, because everything's working in your favor. All right, at the end of the day, nobody has a question. Come on, nobody has a question. Nobody got tension. Nobody's under tension right now. Wow. Tension, 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 tension. All right, let's see here. If we gonna be together or apart. Nobody has attention. All right, we quiet. It's too early anyway. I came in early, because of course I'm not working at the moment. My last day of work was the 25th, and of course I have time and I slept great. And wow, it is raining. And yeah, so I'm here early. I said, let me just go ahead and get these mindful messages. I'll get a little bit out of the routine. All right. Uh, so let me see how many people. Oh, it's not even 3 o'clock yet. I don't know. I might come back later on and continue this. So if you're here, Johnny, what up, Johnny? And then I'm gonna leave with a. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do. I don't know. All right. If you're here, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the World Cup. I'm gonna go ahead and charge my device, my mobile device, and we're gonna talk about the World Cup, I guess, right? All right. I was taking a quick break. Sickness. I was taking a break. I was getting things ready for the world card. If John is still here, and I was getting me a peach. A peach. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Jassy Blueberry. What's up, Lou? Unless you didn't fix your lens. Fix your lens. It's Mindful Monday. All right. Is John here? All right. I'm going to give John a chance to come back. If you have a question, go ahead. I'm going to be talking about assuming. I see it here. Don't assume your person is not a mind reader. For those of you that are in relationships that are going through some things you might not understand. All right. All right, sickness. So assuming is like mentally filling in the blanks without full evidence. All right. Think of the emotion, the raw signal, fear, excitement, etc. And I will explain a little bit about what fear and what an emotion between a feeling, the interpretation of that emotion. And so anyway, when you assume, all right, the story that you built on top of the feeling, very important for you to understand, all right? So it goes emotion, feeling, assumption, reaction, and then you react to it. And when we go back to emotions, you got me filled with emotion. All right, we love these songs. And so anyway, emotion is the raw automatic response. They happen instantly. They are in your body, of course, and you don't choose them, all right? But you could learn how to handle them when you get them. Grand Rising, Divine Morning to you. So that is why I always say here, when I get the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, your mind is always trying to predict outcomes, all right? They always try to protect you from uncertainty. It creates control where there isn't fully clear yet. There's no clarity yet, all right? But the catch is that they often based on past experiences, fears, and expectations. It is not in the present moment, all right? And emotion equals anxiety, all right? So there must be, if somebody must be upset with you, all right? Reality is that you don't really know yet, all right? So don't assume until you have these conversations. And we have Rec, which means Mercury is retrograded, and it's a personal. You might take things a little more personal, all right? Because it is a personal planet. It's not an outer planet. It's experience. The experiences are real, and it is different than our outer planets, which is, of course, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune or Uranus. Doesn't really matter. The bottom line is that your feelings, your interpretation of those emotions, they come after the emotion, and they are shaped by your thoughts, your beliefs, and your past experiences. More personal, more mental. So when we look at our inner planets, you got to be careful where your Mercury's at. Where is your Venus? Very important. The style of love. All right. Beauty, abundance, your mindset. All right. The way you think about money, how you handle finances, very important. And of course, we are on Earth, so we Earth. All right. We're earthbound. And okay. Mars, drive, ambition, and of course, my style of love. You know, if I'm too aggressive or not. So those are all personal. All right. Each and every one of you, it's more personal energy. All right. So my question is, hey Smiley, good morning. My question is, my question is, what are the current thoughts of AL towards me? Again, Smiley, you still going through that? Let me take one more bite of my peach. Juicy. It's a little crazy there. And this is actually the peach is, when you see the emoji, the peach is actually the butt. It is the butt. It's the butt. No. Man, these peaches. Ooh, wait. Wow. All right. Slow it down, cowgirl. I'll be right back. All right, so we're going to go and look at the current thoughts. We got to look at intentions, because it's intentions that they could be thinking one thing. I would love a bite. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'll send you a bite. Listen, we got to be careful when we ask questions, because we're creating in the now. This is how the universe works. It's not possibilities of the future or structures of the past. So they might could be thinking, yeah, they come. You got to be intention is different, all right? Intentional living, all right? We have these intentions, but we don't see them through because of some fear or whatever the case may be. Thoughts they go like the wind, all right? So let's see what they thoughts of you. You might get I always get when you get thoughts, the pages. All right. A thought an intention is two different worlds. All right. Hold on. Let me just get rid of my peach. I gotta go dispose of it. And when I look in your eyes and I see, I want to know. I'll show you how I could be the need me to be. I've been around, but now I found that you're the only one for me. La 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 la. Come on, put some love. La da. It's in there. Wait, how does it go again? There see so many things that turn out too good to be true. Wait, was it like that? Looking out on the rest of our lives. What? If we're gonna be together or apart, about the only way that I know how to. It's right straight from my heart. What I want you now. How many? It's gotta love it. All right, let's go ahead to your question. I want to know if John is here. He's probably gonna come back. All right. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, all there, and of course, subconscious thinking to bring all that awareness. Let's find out here. I'm going to give you a mindful message. This is the energy, the current energy. Mindfulness is a technique that if you practice over time, you just start becoming more aware. You don't be worrying about the future so far in the future. You enjoy the present moment. You move through life with clarity, through the uncertainties, all right? Because nothing is certain, all right? That's it. Yeah, this is for you, Smiley. If you look, did you look when I pin you? Always check if I pin you. I'm going to pin you, all right? So, let's see here. A lot of times we got the moon is today. Today's moon's energy. Moon Monday, Moody Monday. You might get a little moody because the moon often shows spending time, all right? We're driven by who? By feelings. Rather than logic, okay? So we be mindful of buying things to cope with stress, anxiety, or boredom, all right? Or sometimes we avoid financial. You're not checking in your accounts, you're ignoring your bills, or you're being pulled by fantasies, all right? Today's very important to understand moon, all right? You're pulled by fantasies, but at the end of the day, all right, you'll be saying, oh, this is going to fix everything, okay? Money is being used as a comfort tool, emotional spending to escape. So be mindful of that today, all right? There's a lot of hidden information and something is behind the scenes, financially secrets around money, okay? Yours or others, all right? There's undisclosed risks, there's depths and conditions that deal, all right, that are really fully transparent. Always read the fine print. Today is Moody Monday. Mindful messages for you. Let's go ahead, Smiley. The more you understand your emotions, the better you are. All right, the universe is always moving in your favor. Things are always working out for you. You might not see it because you're so far ahead in the future, or you're stuck in the structures of the past. All right, and then when Mercury goes direct, you're gonna be like, oh wow, things are just start. Ooh, just enjoy this moment to to reflect, to revise, go review, all right? Check your emails. A lot of things are changing, of course, today. Well, I have a Samsung Galaxy, all right? I'm not into the Apple world. Not just, yeah, I grew up with the Apple. But anyway, bottom line is that they change a lot of the features, all right? So for those of you that have, especially when it comes to message, look at the AI tools. Look at Gemini, what it's offering. You don't have to do it alone is basically what it's saying. All right, it's not going to take your job. It's just going to make your job easier. All right, tomorrow I'm going to talk about AI, the tools, Gemini, what does it mean? What is ChatGPT? We're going to go a little bit to we're going to go a little bit into the ancient, right? We're going to go to the past, how we got this today. What is these things that were left for us? All right. One more. Smiley. Hey, hey, Yassie. One more. You're welcome. All right. Let's go ahead. Smiley. Food. All right. Your relationship with food and self-appreciation here at the bottom. I will find a moment throughout the day that I can dedicate to myself. Find a comfortable space and bring a pen and paper and will write a letter of appreciation to yourself. What do you appreciate about yourself? Self-love. Writing letters to yourself. Write your love letters. You want somebody else to write them, but write them for yourself. I know it's corny. I know it's cliche. Well, write me a letter. Ooh, what? All right? Or write a text. All right? And I will pour to myself some love into who I am and all that I do. Self-love and your food. Pray over your food. All right? So we got here, those look like yams. What does it what does it look like to you? All right, I see fish. What do you see in this? Croissants? All right. What do you see here? Anyway, food. What I eat fuels me, all right? I eat the best foods accessible to me. I infuse my food with love and gratitude before eating. I visualize the nutrients that I'm consuming and the love that went into growing and preparing them from the place that it grew from the sun and the moon into my plate. For the people that help bring it to my table, all right? The abundance of Mother Earth. So you infuse your food with prayer. You pray over your food. As you bless your food, you're blessing your future. Every cell in your body, every organ in your body is renewed, restored, replenished. It is nourished with this food. Thank you, God, for the food in my table, for the abundance, and for, of course, the people that made this possible, okay? So just always infuse your food. Pray over your food, your water. Bless your water. You blessing your water, you blessing your future, okay? Speak into your water bottle. I don't care how you do it. Speak into that water bottle. You want to infuse it, all right? And your food. I speak to my food before I eat it. And you being grateful that you have it. And you will never think about, if it's lacking, but try to eat more healthier foods. What kind of foods are you eating, all right? Are you eating processed? Are you eating a lot of microwave? Are you eating a lot of what? Chips and stuff? What do you eat? All right? Especially in the summer, all right? It is the summer solstice, all the harvesting. We take that food and we barbecue. There's a lot of barbecues, especially here in the United States. There's a celebration. There's a lot of celebrating. But anyway, let's go ahead with your person. All right. The focus here is on the thoughts. All right. Nothing else. I'm trying to teach you how to ask questions. All right. Lots of chicken. Really good. All right. My daughter's a real chicken person. Yeah, she loves chicken. Healthy chicken. Yeah. Lots of chicken. Good for you. All right. Not too much skin. Man, they ain't nothing like a little fried skin. Give me a little piece of that chicken. Okay, I don't want no dry chicken. Put a little gravy. Where you put a little gravy on yours? The hangman pop, pop, pop. So you got the hangman in reverse. This person is more of an observer, all right? So they thinking they're gonna have to give something up. All right, they might not be good enough, they might not be in really good mind. All right. Sometimes they could be a little procrastinating, or or they might be playing white meat. All right, there we go. Let me bring it closer. They might be procrastinating here because they don't understand the power of the tree. All right. They don't understand the Man, I haven't seen this card for a while, all right? I haven't seen that card for a long time. When you look at the halo, all right? They divinity, they magic, okay? They don't understand the connection to and the sacrifices that, because it's not about sacrificing. This we have come, well, we still in until we fully get into the stage to the full light enlightenment. All right, the enlightenment doesn't happen the moment after you cross over. All right, so they're not really sure about what to think. One moment they like you, one moment they don't. The Four of Cups is a kind of boredom. All right, so they're not looking at to so the energy is stable. All right, they just more focused on their stability. All right, and so what they thinking about, it has nothing to do with you. It's just the way they process information. The Magician, when it comes to love, he's very intentional. All right, so like I said to you, always ask me, their intentions are different. All right, the intentions are different. So, but you didn't ask me that. So you asked me, what are their thoughts? They deepen their thoughts. All right, this is a card of contemplating here. When you look at the trees, they represent messages from the divine portals. All right, receiving messages. So when we look at the halo, we look at the instant, like the sun is an interstellar vortex portal taking us a higher dimension so we could get our spiritual gifts. The moment of enlightenment happens when we are crossed from this three-dimensional right state, all right, different dimensions of our consciousness into the fourth dimension, compassion, kindness, it changes here. So you might be in, there is a training going on. I don't know if they're in training here, but the Magician, right, he understands that magic is the mother of eternity. All right, and so intentional and being and reaching a target. I have to there's something here that I haven't reached my fullest potential here. All right, and so where they're not aware here that their spiritual gifts come from the divine. I mean, you could get it here, you could connect here, you could connect, and but anyway, the bottom line is that I don't know. All right. So intentions is different than from thinking. All right. There's boredom, absolutely. There's procrastination. I don't know if they are ready to offer anything because this person is looking at how far away. All right. You guys are separated from each other. You guys are separated. You guys live far apart. Hello, chat. Hey, what up? Hey, God of Chaos, what's up? You guys are separate, but you guys don't live. You guys live far apart. All right. This is one. All right. I don't feel like explaining the cards today. I normally do go in the cards. I'm really my focus right now. I got all. All right. So, what was the next question? All right. I don't know. They just one thing you gotta understand. I don't know if you miss. Okay, when we understand, I don't even care about. Listen, when you look at that dopamine, the brain likes right a relief because it feels new. I want to look for something else. I'm like there's something else that they have a hard time understanding. All right, they miss like the first dates, the long conversations. All right. Where will my angel powers activate? Ooh, I like that question. Oh man, where were you yesterday? Not really. Not a lot of people understand that the higher, at a highest self, we are these angels. All right, the half of our human nature are angels. All right, and what an angel what does it mean? All right, this force that's been integrated. Your dark, your light. All right, you integrate it because you're always gonna feel this split. Okay, the split between your soul and your spirit, all right? When they come hearing. Hello, Juanita. All right, so when we integrate here, is our feelings, our thoughts, our words, and actions. They all got to align, all right, with what you want to create, all right? And that requires taking what you've learned and living it through your actions, all right? And to become more coherent, all right? Who knows? There might be, where's she at? All right. You're welcome, Smiley. They might be thinking, I don't know, they might not, they might think how long it's going to take or, this could be you. They might not be in a good space right now mentally. There might be always, is the person that, like, they blame other people for their mistakes, for the things that the things that I didn't do. It's a kind of victim. Like I'm playing victim. I don't know. I don't like that. When I look at that, I'm like, ugh. I'm so over the hangman. All right, because he doesn't understand the gifts, the spiritual gifts that are available to him, and when he learns how to ground, all right, that he doesn't have to sacrifice. We have a lot of we have a lot of things helping us right now. Well, will be reconciliation with the Aries. I'm Sagittarius. Hey, Yazzie. Juanita, I am in an Aries, and I'm in Aries chat. Really? All right. Let me go with God of Chaos, and you asked me. Man, I like that question. Man, I love that question. Man, man. So you understand? You understand that? You understand that? You understand that you don't have to summon what you work with. All you got to do is assume your position. Have you taken the sword? Have you seen the sword? Like, what are you doing when you get dreams and stuff like that? I want to know a little bit something, because when people, that's some deep question, all right? That's a deep question, all right? Wow. Man, I wasn't expecting that. That's deep. When will my angel be activated? All right, where you heard that at? Where you heard the angel at? Where you heard that at? About your activation? What kind of all right, let me see what we got. Ooh. Let me see. You gotta come back in. You gotta come back in. You gotta come back in. If you could hear me, come back in. We all do. We all do. All right, I like that. People, you're gonna run people away because people don't understand the Luciferic beings. People don't understand the Lucifer. They don't understand the Luciferic beings. I do. Man, ooh, man. People are gonna be scared. They don't understand it. When did he tell you that? When did she, he? Depending on how you work with Lucifer. I don't even know if I should have took that question in this live. I don't want to. People that are not aware. That's all. They just do it because out of fear. They get that emotion. Oh wow, I don't like that. You might get the Lovers. If the Lover shows up, that's the Luciferic being, the ultraviolet, right? You understand it? Or you just asking just because you heard it somewhere? You seen something in Pinterest? What? How did you get this information? One more. One more. One more. One more. Okay, one more. All right, because you got the Three of Swords. There you go. I told you. The Lovers, I knew it. This is the Luciferic being here. There ain't no way the ultraviolet Luciferic being, depending on how you with this Luciferic being. People have no idea what this is. All right, your 12 tribes. Have you found your tribe yet? All right. So the Three of Swords, you got a way to go here before you go activate this, the purple, the ultraviolet, depending on how you're dealing with it. So have you healed? Because you're going to the 3. All right. And this is about expansion. So I'm going to discuss the 3 of, I'm going to, the easiest card to understand here, which could be a little conflicting. All right. So I think you got 3 more levels. All right. But they want you to do the healing. The healing is important for you because you don't get to skip this. You don't get to skip it. All right. Look, you don't get to skip it. All right. This is hope for the future, right? But this is connected through the tools, the age of Aquarius. All right. So activating your tools here, but becoming the light inspiration. All right. We go from the age of Pisces, which is all about sacrifice and hierarchy, into this, becoming one. All right. The universal, the recalibration, the wisdom, listening to the wisdom of the stars that you hear. But here's the thing, that you got 3. All right. You want me to explain this? I'm going to explain what the Three of Swords, what they mean, because when you understand, you might be trained right. You might be You might be being trained by for this energy. All right. Or your training over. This is some deep. Man, I love it so much. Ooh, man. Ooh. All right, because when you understand that tarot is basically an archetype map dressed in symbols. All right. When you're reading cards, you're basically reading what? You're already reading planetary archetypes in motion. All right. Even if we're not naming them that way, and it's hard for a lot of people to understand. All right. The deeper truth is the archetype. To understand them, to embody them, because you outgrew something here, all right? And you're consciously embodying. You need to grow into something else, all right? So you got here, and then you go back here, all right? So there's something between the Emperor, the Empress, and the Star, and the Lovers, all right? So when tarot shows, because one thing about it, there's something that you agree with is the healer or the warrior always fighting intimacy, or the magician is not here. Let me see. No? All right? Yep. There's something here that you're trying to postpone here. All right? But anyway, growth happens when you constantly shift archetypes. All right? So this is supposed to expand you. All right? Pain. All right? Awareness through pain. So the expansion must happen here. How do you heal? I don't want people to get caught up with in their work, and it's okay because this is how you learn. All right. So I like when I get those questions because, ooh, all right. So when we look at the Three of Swords, right? We start to understand heartbreak, right? It's necessary. All right. Heartbreak is necessary because you are expanding. Three is all about perception and awareness, and understanding the pain is necessary for your soul's evolution, because of course you're supposed to be exposed and be experience polarity. All right, these two polar, all right, manifestations, anything require to bring in these two in alignment so you could become the full, right? So because this is the angel and you asked for angel, and I already knew the ultraviolet luciferic being, all right, it's trying to activate in you, but you gotta heal with this healing. All right, that's when you start being fully activated. Okay, because you gotta understand that contrast teaches you growth, and through contrast, it teaches you growth because it's expanding your soul. All right, and that's how the soul evolves when it experiences the polarity and the light, dark, closeness, distance, all right, certainty and doubt. Are you here? Because I want you to really understand. I mean, you asked the question here, and I want you to fully step into your angel without running away, because it's teaching you a lesson. All right. So the question is, have you completed what this came to teach you? All right. What are you doing? Because it's gonna ask you more questions. Why are you running away? You know that you got to get this done. All right. You know that you got to get it done. We move through these archetypes. You got to go back. You ain't learned the lesson. That's when it's activated. All right. Hey. So the Three of Swords is one of the most clearest cards in the tarot, and one of the most misunderstood. It's one of the most misunderstood. All right. And it's hard. It's not hard. It's hard. It's going to be hard for you to hear, because it's going to be hard for you to hear because you are adapted to one way of understanding, all right? When you expand in awareness, all right? This is all about truth piercing illusion. Truth has to pierce illusions, all right? The Three Swords suspended here, for anybody that's watching anyway, the Three Swords suspended here in rain clouds. This is not emotional chaos. This is mental clarity cutting through the heart. The pain that comes from understanding, not from feeling alone. And what the card is really representing with this Three of Swords, the Three of Swords is awareness arriving too soon or too sharply. We try to avoid pain. It's going to happen anyway. Somebody's going to disappoint you. Somebody's going to break your heart, and you're going to grow because it requires comparison, contrast. All right? Your soul evolves by experiencing polarity, both good and bad. You can say, oh, just give me all the good stuff. You're not going to learn nothing. Oh, no, I don't want to be here. I just want everything like, good, love. No. It don't happen like that. You won't learn nothing. So when you come and ask that question, believe me that I'm prepared and I know what I'm talking about. All right? And so for those of you that are not really understanding, and I know it hurts. I know. So it's asking you three things. Release. Have you grieved? Release. All right? What are you doing here? What is your intentions here? All right? Because pains come from understanding, like I said. And what the card really saying to you, what cannot be unseen. The moment, there's a story here that collapses under the truth. And it's not betrayal by default. All right? It is disillusionment. Why the Three of Swords? They are like the mental realm. We're looking at the mental realm. All right? And this pain is caused by realizing something that you hope for. All right? When you look at this energy here, something that you hope for wasn't true. All right? I'm hoping that, man, I don't think, I hope that that's not true. Words that land because they are accurate. All right? Words that land because they are accurate. You might probably heard something. All right? This is all about a mismatched belief and the reality. All right? The heart isn't breaking, I'm sorry, because it's weak. It is breaking because it's integrating truth. Threes are all about expansion, all right? This is you expanding awareness through discernment, through pain. It is an initiation through that. You got it? You still here? All right? So understand why you're watching and why it's telling you. Although for us, it feels physical. Because again, emotion is raw, all right? It is biological. It's in the body. And so when we look at love or whatever you're experiencing right now, all right? Why does it hurt? Does it heal? All right. Does it hurt? Of course. All right. This card ends the illusion. Not love. This doesn't end love. This doesn't end love. This don't end love. This ends the illusion. And when it comes to love, it shows up, all right, when emotions and reality are no longer aligned. All right. You stop romanticizing what hurts. All right. Inspiration will collapse here. All right, so you understanding this a little bit more? All right, one comes after this energy. It is the Four Swords. All right? It's pointing you to grief, clarity, or to release. All right, so you acting, when am I going to activate my, you got them. You got them. You could heal. You could heal. Listen, I'm going to just be honest. You could heal people with this. When you understand the manifestation, the 12 tribe scenario where you come in with your special gifts, all right? Hey, Lala, you will heal people with this, all right? One of the things about Mercury, this is Bruce, Mercury is one of the fastest planets and also more connected to the sun. This is one of manifestations that happen so quick. Geminis don't know how incredible they are. Geminis have no idea. Geminis got to be careful with what you speak and what you think. It happens quick for you, all right? While Mercury go direct, all right? Be careful with the way you think. The people's energy you absorb. Remember that you are a mutable, so you get caught up with a whole bunch of different energy. You got to remember that. But anyway, all right? The shadow misinterpretation that these people think this card means, permanent heartbreak, emotional damage, or cruel endings. Tarot doesn't trap you. It liberates you, all right? Those storm clouds mean the pain is temporary and the rain is going to clear. The rain clears the air, a relationship to healing. All right. The Three of Swords hurts first, and then it creates space for healing. And you understand that? All right. Without this card, people stay stuck in the Seven of Cups and the Moon. They inspire but unavailable dynamics. All right. With whatever you're dealing with here. Hey, Nzala. Hi. All right. The Three of Swords doesn't wound the heart. It frees it from what is costing you, the pain that is costing you, all right? It says enough, all right? And anyway, this card always appears right before you choose embodiment over fantasy. I'm going to leave it there because it's so complex. But when you understand why love hurts and it heals, when we look at the tension, all right, the awareness expands the container. When tension first appears in emotional, mental kind of energy, right? So you understand we live in tension. The stretch does both, All right? The stretch of the universe I'm talking about. And we live in that stretch. All right? When we grow, our experiences to expand, maturity develops. All right? Love expands and it hurts and it heals because love touches the same place pain lives in. So it's long enough to heal you there. All right? And then it's, of course, to change you. All right? So love brings you closeness. Closeness exposes what was protected. And when you love, you don't just meet another person. You're going to meet their old wounds, their old attachments, their fears, and the places that you learn to brace parts that you expected to be left. All right? Love doesn't create pain. It reveals it. And that's why it hurts. So just learn a little bit more as you go. All right? Just learn about your body, emotions, feelings, and all that. All right. So you ready to activate? Not until you heal. All right. So the question is, are you healed? Are you ready? All right. But I'm gonna talk about maybe Friday. Friday, I'm gonna talk about the love is real heavy. All right. I'm gonna talk about the manifestation, the power, and of course, I was waiting until Mercury go retrograde so I could bring all that power. The Geminis have no idea, and I resonate so much with the lovers because I am a twin. So, and I also have Saturn in Gemini. Shout out, shout out. Anyway, Geminis don't know how incredible. Wow, Gemini, you missing all the good. All right, so understand why they hurt. It's incredible when you find out why they hurt, why they came to teach me. All right. You will love Gemini. You will love Gemini. You will learn to appreciate. You won't run. You won't try to avoid a connection with them. Yeah, they are incredibly very expressive and they're very generous with love. We could say that. Yay, Gemini. The sensual, the touch, it brings you healing at the end of the day. You know, they hold you enough, they'll heal you. But the problem is that they avoid it. They avoid it. Look, they avoid it. But their intentions is not to hurt you. They want to heal you too, but you run away from it. Somebody runs away from the responsibility. I don't want to be the bad guy. I don't want to be the bad guy. No, I'm not a Gemini. All right? And what does it matter if I'm a Gemini? Does it matter? I don't want to. This is why I don't reveal my my zodiac, because we put so much focus on the hurt that the zodiac sign where we the whole wheel. All right? We go through archetypes. Does it matter? No. It is ignorant to assume somebody or want to be close to somebody because they sign or they're better than that. This nonsense. I want to bring back Gemini's energy to help you become aware. Let's forgive. Let's let go. Let's release. But let's start confronting the things that we uncomfortable with. It came to teach you about love. All right? Imagine somebody love you. They're going to hurt you. All right? Anyway, hey, Mazunda. Hey, I hope all is well with you. This is my second time to come across your life. Sending you love from Gabon. Hey, all love back to you, honey. Thank you. Thank you so much. May the divine grant you the desires of your heart. And may your day go beautiful, bountiful, full of love, full of beauty, joy, happiness, bliss all around you. And may you bless your day. Take your time to bless your path forward. Say those affirmations and thank you so much for coming up and showing love. You got to understand the incredible energy of the lovers, and it's going to be one of the most important things. Because you go into Adam and Eve and you look at the temptation that comes from that. All right? So when you understand the lovers card, you will never be the same again. You will never, I promise you that. All right? This is when balance starts to be restored. You get unbalanced there, but then when you go into the 7th house, you get that karmic correction. So you restore balance at the end of the day. All right? Nothing is meant to hurt you. Everything is meant for your growth, for your expansion. But confrontation must happen. All right. We carry all this strategic planning, all these. We try to execute, but we try to avoid the feelings. To get caught up with feelings is scary. We don't do it intentionally. I think that because this is a very conscious card. You're aware of why. All right. Let's not blame. Let's not complain. Let's not worry, but this person hurt me. Forgiveness is important. You keep your energy tied. Please try to do that as much as you can. Don't judge, because I'm very aware. And you might say, I don't want to be with a Gemini. They bring us information. They are the ones that bring us the communication. How the heck we're going to get informed? All right. And you look at the president. We are exactly where we need to be with the president that we have, with the technology, the AI tools. And one of the most incredible, wow, their mind is incredible, but they so busy, plot, 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 plot. And if Geminis apply themselves, my goodness, wow, mind blowing, mind blowing. The healing that they could, woof, man, it's incredible. I just get so, I'm like, every day I get amazed. All right. I'm not trying to soup it up. I'm just telling you the feeling. I get that feeling, baby, baby. All right. So when we understand love versus emotion, it changes the paradigm. It changes the way your beliefs system. Oh, I'm supposed to be experiencing them? Although we want to stay with Geminis for as long as we can because they feel so good. And man, oh man, you know, but we got to sometimes we can't hold on too tightly. All right. So an emotion asks you, how does this makes me feel? Love, on the other hand, is what am I willing to give, to protect, and to build? Emotions, they react, but love responds. And when people confuse them, right? Because emotion is loud and immediate. Love is subtle and accumulative. Emotions is the spark, and love is the fire. Where is it? Love is the fire, right? When you look at the tree of life, all right, of good and evil, however you understand the tree, according to sacred text, of course, all right. And so love is the fire that stays lit. And the relationships, emotions create, they create attraction. Emotions create attraction, that's all it does. But love creates safety. Emotion pulls you towards someone, all right. And then love holds you there. Love holds you there. Love holds you there, all right. And so our hard truth that we gotta understand, you know, can you feel deeply? All right, you can feel deeply, but can you love strong without strong emotions every day? Yeah, because when somebody says, "Oh my God, I feel so much, but I can't show up," that's emotion without love. All right. Healthy relationships, they don't kill the emotion; they contain it because emotion gives you color, but love gives you structure. Together, they could become something that you can live. All right, and that's integrating truth. All right. And then it becomes a choice. Oh, no, then it becomes a choice because then you got a choice. Do you stay with the person? Can you trust them again? All right. That's up to you. It becomes a choice. You know, tension. This is how tension becomes fate. And then fate becomes a choice. All right. And then you repeat it again at a higher level of consciousness when you get to the strength card. All right. But it's your choice. All right. It's your choice. We all got choices. We make a decision, we cancel out anything else moving forward. When we make a choice, at least, you know, if you don't restore choice, if you don't choose, it's gonna drain your balance, okay? Your equilibrium scales, it'll drain it. So you gotta make sure that you choose. Choose, you cancel everything else out. That's it. And then you stick to that choice. No, but I thought you chose. Nah, I wanna go back. All right, I haven't learned. This is something I haven't learned. All right? And so understand a little bit about your emotions. They are raw automatic response and they happen instantly in your body. You don't choose them. They are biological plus instinctively. All right. And I hope that helps someone here. That learn, grow, and then love. And then love like you never been hurt. It's easy for me to say. Of course, I've been, wow. Yeah, don't be scared of it. Go love again. Yeah, I want to fall in love. Do you choose when you fall in love? That's the whole thing. Do you plan it? No, it happens. And that's the mystery of love. Being under the mystery of love. All right? And I'm going to talk about the mystery of love for those of you that are not so aware of the mysteries of love. Being under the wow, when you see those two, when you see the Six of Pentacles, all right? It's amazing, yeah, because we are under that energy when we deal with the sacred unseen. And we understand that inner voice that guiding you. All right. When we understand I'm at the mercy of love. And I had a vision of love. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to understand the mystery of love and being at the mercy of love. The rhythm. All right. This is all about the state where love is no longer This is where you at that state with with love is not something that you control. All right, it's something that you're moved by, and it is the feeling of surrendering to timing, attraction, emotional ties, and the alignment. Okay, when we look at the invisible alignment, one moment it feels still, and the next it pulls you towards without warning. All right, and that sense, love behaves like a decision. Love behaves like a decision. This is why the love. We gotta go really deep. You don't want to say too shallow here. This is why love, all right, behaves like a decision. All right. All right. Less likely, right? So we look at the current energy. It's like a current. Sometimes gentle, sometimes overwhelming. Love is always shifting. They say do an edge to it, the surrender side. All right? You got to understand what love and being at the mercy of love, the mysterious rhythm. I'm at the mercy of love. Oh, I want to be loved. I remember that was me. But anyway, you're not here for me. You're here to understand your emotions and how they rise, they fall, and your dignity. You know, I didn't put it today. People don't like when I put dignity. Dignity, your ethics, your moral, your self-respect. It shows up here. No, don't put dignity because I don't know. All right? And the dignity is part of that. It is a part of you that refuses to betray your soul. It is a part. I'm not betraying my soul just to keep connections. All right? Or temporary comfort. No. 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 But it happens. No, but the thing is that it happens. And sometimes we stay long. We stay years. Man, I think I did a good 30 years. I said, man, life. Somebody had done me wrong. And we stop blaming. Yeah, we stay long. It's okay, but it's okay. You'll learn. But then look, at the end of the day, you're just going to learn, you're going to grow, you're going to expand, and then you're going to be like, well, I want to love again. I want to love again. Why not? We're here. This is it. We don't get to redo it. I want to love again. But remember, discernment, all right? What nourishes you, all right? Versus what depletes you, all right? So just understand that. And of course, I always see the dignities reflected through the cause justice, moral alignment, through truth and balance, strength, calm, power, and self-mastery. The emperor again, all right? He's serious about love. He's not taking less than he deserves. It shows up, your values, you know, your structure, your standards, your self-respect, the hierophant, the values, ethic, principles, the world, wholeness, and inner completion, authenticity, all right? Not wearing a mask, okay? To earn love, consistency, your character remaining steady over time, honoring, protecting what is sacred to your spirit, emotional sovereignty, all right? Not letting every opinion define your identity, all right? Maintaining your principles under pressure, courage under fire. Whoa. All right, so we all have it. It shows you here. And then if you're taking less than you deserve, that's the whole thing that you're not understanding. That's what's so complicated for you guys. Well, for not for me, for you to understand. I can do nothing. Your standards are shown. You're going to have to lower your standards then. If you want to have this person and deal with whatever, then let me see. The real Lucifer. Hey, fakes. The real Lucifer, Omnistar. Oh God. Go ahead and what do you want? The real Lucifer and Morningstar. Why would you come in with that? That's just low. You know that you're stuck in a low, dense, toxic field of consciousness. You know that. When you step into anybody's life and say, hey, fakes, why would you do that? What do you get out of that? Nothing. Nothing. Unintegrated. That's what you get. All right? I said what I said. Listen, I think you got a little couple of seconds. Go ahead. Go ahead and learn something. So it won't be here. All right? You're still wet behind the ears. This is what happens when we have so much time in our hands. This is I should have came in with the wise saying for stubborn people. All right? Unaware. All right? Get out of here. If it ain't right, if it ain't fresh, you get it out of here. Let me put it. Let me get it. Yeah, nah, he's Yeah. People, I tell you, man, people, they know one thing. Wow, I know it all. They'll read a chapter. I know it all. Learning is a long life journey, period. Whether you stop is up to you. Oh, I learned enough. That's good. Teach people what you know and leave room for interpretation, perception. My perspective, your perspective, all right? Don't you size, don't polarize. You polarize. All right? You think you got all the answers. You be humble about your accomplishments. And that's it. What are you going to do about it? All right? And that's it. That's what you can basically do. All right? Oh, I know everything. No, you don't. That is insane when we think that. We think that. All right? Man, that's crazy. Or at best, we don't step up. No, we don't step up because there's so much information, right? Because it's our perspective, me, watching it from my perspective. From their perspective, oh, you should do things like that. At the end of the day, we're going to get it done. We're going to build it. All right? We always find a way. And so that's the thing that a lot of us, we don't trust in our own intuition and our inner guidance, in our power. We don't trust it, so we don't step up. Oh, it's been done. Of course it's been done. There's nothing new under the sun. All right? You put your own little perspective. You put your own little signature. That's what makes it unique. That's what makes it different. You all have your own sacred vibrational frequency and your baseline. What is your baseline? What is your song? What is your tune? All right? It all depends on how much you do it. And so you don't do it because who cares? They did it. You do it different. Only you changing by 1 degree or half. So what? You know, oh, no, I don't got what it takes. So it's okay, fine. All right? We don't step up because we'd rather go believe in somebody else. And they're not better. They're just in a different vibrational frequency. That's all. Everybody got their own uniqueness, their own style. If they feel like that's all I learned, then great. That's it. You share what you know when it comes to the matters of the heart. All right? And that's it. Oh, this is what I know. This is the way I learned. This is the way my grandma and them did it. And this worked for them. That might be outdated, but hey, share what you know. I've been hurt. A lot of us, we have to go through a lot of a lot of things. You still here. You're not done yet. Share what the heck you know. Share your pain. Get out of the closet. All right? Get the hell out of the closet. What are you doing in the closet? All right? Be authentic. Hey, I'm gay or I'm whatever. Get out the hell out of the closet. What are you doing in the closet? Closet is to hang up clothes. All right? Get out. It's time. Be seen. Stop avoiding the heart. Confront the things that are uncomfortable. This is why you're here. Nobody's perfect. We don't live in a perfect world. We got to make choices every day. We got to change paradigms. All right? We have to coexist with each other. It's harmony. All right? To coexist together in as much harmony as we can. Be good to your neighbor. Your neighbor is the person that is struggling outside, not the one that's living good. I'd rather go give food to my neighbor or to the people that I'm close to than if you could do both, do both. Do both. Do both. Do a little bit of both. I'd rather go help than then I see the neighbor in the street struggling and you don't give them nothing. Then you judge them. Who tell them to blah, blah, blah. That's none of your business. This is why blindfoldness, to be blindfold when you're eating. When you're giving money. So you don't judge your neighbor. Don't date your neighbor. All right? Anybody in this world is your neighbor. All right? You don't have to go and redirect your life. But, the God will touch you and be like, okay, this is the person you give to. This is who you share this with. And it happened. All right? But anyway, but when it comes to relationships, it's different. Match what you are giving with what is being returned. You have to match that energy. A lot of us like to take advantage of other people. Don't afflict financially. Don't take advantage of others. We like to do it because we think, you know what? It goes more with the scarcity mindset. It goes with the scarcity mindset. All right? Or we buy in bundles and we fill our refrigerators with a whole bunch of. Well, all right. Let me go. I got off something. All right. So I'll be back. I'm going to talk about, I forgot what. Oh, the mysteries of love. All right. And the ones that are taking advantage of people, they leave the life. Stop taking it. It's going to come back to you. You're sowing the seed. It's going to come back to you. I guarantee you that. Just when you think you got away with it, it's like a person that's cheating on their person. They use them for a while, and then they go move into they think they're going to move forward, and then what happens? they meet somebody worse. All right, then you get the lesson. All right, so just be mindful what you do to people. Don't affect financially. Don't affect pain on another person. All right, don't overcharge. Don't take advantage. Period. All right, and so you don't need a sacred text for that. I can tell you that. All right. Ethics and morals, how and what guide us and how we decide to work, make decisions, and live a good life, and what influences our morals. What are those influences? Okay, because who and what decides what we do? Okay, so Hanzala, what does most Moonstuck family thinking about? I'll be right back if you're still here. Uh, and yeah, take a quick break. Just in case, a little water, a little Nutri-Grain bar. All right, let's go back. Who's here? Who's in the live? Drop some love if you want. Committing, and why are you committing to a long life relationship? Who wants to talk about commitment? What are you looking for when you guys ask these questions? What is Mustang family thinking about Samaya's family? Are you here, Hanzala? 12:09. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back. Because if I start talking about the mysteries of love and they resemble tension between strength, energy, and inner calm, trust, emotional regulation, and moments where control dissolves and something larger takes over. All right? And so, are you here? I want to take your question. She's not here. So the thing is, are you being carried by love or carried by the uncertainty about love? That is the thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do a collective, and let's see where the energy takes us today as we understand a little bit of the sacred unseen and that voice guiding you, the feeling before something happens, the sense of connection when you pay attention to the present moment, when you meditate, pray, and when you fish and you feel your intuition rising like the fish in the Page of Cups. All right. That is necessarily it is not necessarily supernatural. It's like the depth layer of reality. All right. So when you look at the sacred unseen, the divine is the mystic, the sacred tone, the eternal, the divine presence, the sacred field, the living intelligence, the inner light, the cosmic order. However you understand divineness. All right. Let me go ahead and give a collective. And we're going to talk about how moments where control dissolves and something larger takes over, like emotional ties that you can feel but not command. You cannot command them, all right? But being at the mercy of love doesn't have to be powerless. Letting time and reveal what forcing would distort. Allow attraction to show its real shape over time. Trusting what remains consistent even when feelings fluctuate. All right, so I see here, are you being carried by love or carried by uncertainty about love? All right, and because love doesn't behave and it doesn't obey logic, all right, love is a life force, all right, and one thing about love, it behaves almost like gravity, okay, and of course when we understand the soul, it pulls you towards each other, all right. And so many traditions, of course, the breath of life and the love are connected. All right. You're welcome. And so one of the things that we know that love creates movement. Love pushes us to create families, build communities, to protect what we care about, to grow beyond fear, and to forgive. All right. Without love, life becomes mechanical. With love, life becomes meaningful and alive. All right. So when we look in astrology, the life force aspects of love, it often is associated with planets like Venus, which is attraction, harmony, affection, Mars, passion. Yes, Mars, passion, drive, vitality. And when these energies work together, love becomes both tender and powerful. All right. A force that inspires action and connection. All right. So the paradox of love is powerful because it does two things at one time. Right? Incredible. It connects us deeply to others. It awakens us to our own soul. That's why people often say, love feels bigger than ourselves. Wow, it feels bigger than myself. All right? You're welcome. You're going to learn. Yeah, it's little, just little by little. All right? And when we understand the breath of life within us, right? We let love move through our hearts like fire. So that what I touch becomes alive. It thrives. It has to. All right? You got to understand that fire. And love, of course, can be both gentle and powerful. Love, a high frequency. Many spiritual traditions describe love as the highest frequency because it points to the quality of energy or consciousness a person is experiencing. All right, so much wisdom, so much to learn, and so little time. All right, let's go ahead. You are amazingly beautiful. Don't you forget that. All right. We gotta, try to stay a little bit in resonance. People don't like, oh, don't tell me about love. I know everything. All right. At the end of the day, you know what? Our evolution, the soul is gonna evolve through polarity, experiencing polarity, both, right? Certainty and doubt, closeness and distance. So when someone's words don't match their actions, that is tension, is contrast, teaching you discernment. It's going to build emotional intelligence. All right, one more. Thank you, and thank you. All right, there we go. There we go. That's all the energy. All right. Oh, man. All right. And we always try to be so much in control, but one of the things about love cannot be tamed. It exposes our true, being authentic, the full. All right. It is, even though, because at the most optimistic human emotion, love sits at that. It's the optimism. Is that that we know something good is going to happen. We don't understand love until it confuses us. All right. And so, high frequency love. It carries qualities like compassion, kindness, patience, generosity, forgiveness, unity. These days, they tend to move people and we become lighter, calmer, and more connected because love moves energy outward. It moves it outward, all right, instead of inward. So lower, when we get into these lower emotional states, often contract the mind towards fear or protection, while love tends to open the heart. It increases empathy. It encourages cooperation. And that's why people often feel more alive and peaceful when they act from love. All right. And so love and spiritual teachings, people have a problem with this. Exactly. It returns inward. Exactly. Like Jesus Christ emphasizes that love is the highest guiding principle. All right. And of course, many mystics interpret this as a meaning that love aligns a person with the deepest truth of existence. Love isn't just affection, it becomes a way of living and perceiving others, all right? It's an active force, high frequency. Love isn't passive. It can love it looks like protection. I'm protecting someone, I'm speaking truth, kindly, forgiving, but I'm keeping wisdom. And I'm choosing compassion even when it's difficult. Even when I'm keeping compassion. Man, that's hard, right? Because we normally want to tear somebody up. This animal gets out of control, right? So we got human intelligence and our animal instincts here. All right? It's subconscious when this Page of Cups comes up. You already know, all right? And we look at that primordial energy, the Atlantean. If you go back to Atlantis, you understand a little bit more about the Page of Cups. It's a very intuitive energy. The fish pops up. Oh, there's something popping up. Your intuition is being heightened. But anyway, so when we look at love, it often feels both gentle and powerful because it carries two complementary energies at once. All right? And it could feel like comfort, like water, okay? It's like moving a mountain, like fire here, because we got the sun. All right? Oh, I'm grateful that you're here. Absolutely. The feeling is mutual. But the gentle side of love, love is nurturing, healing. It shows up as patience, kindness, listening, forgiveness, emotional safety. The kind of love soothes wounds and allows people to feel accepted and seen. The powerful side of love is incredibly strong, right? Because it inspires courage. It motivates sacrifice. It's pushed people to grow, to protect what matters. All right. History shows people do extraordinary things for love, family, partners, communities, and even ideas. All right. And so the balance, the beauty of love is that these two qualities work together. Gentleness because gentleness without strength can become passive, and strength without gentleness could become harsh. But when they together, they create compassion with courage. All right. But we're gonna go look at the ego, because when we get this card, the strength, love, strength, ego. Ego is rooted on being strong. Ego is rooted on being strong. And love, right? It activates the ego, because love threatens the ego. It threatens it. The ego's job is to simply protect your identity and maintain control. Avoid pain. It doesn't like pain. All right. I choose M or E? Well, I'll be right with you. Let me finish about love and its mystery and being on the love's mysterious rhythm. I'll be right with you. All right. But it protects your identity, maintain control, and avoid pain. Love does the opposite. It exposes you what the ego actually is, because it is not evil. It doesn't approve of evil. All right. It says that this is who I am. This is how I'm treated. And this is what I deserve. I need to stay safe. It builds identity, because love challenges identity. And so, and then why does the love triggers the ego? Okay? Because love creates vulnerability, and when you love someone, you care about their opinion, and you care if they leave, you care if they choose you, and vulnerability feels like danger to the ego. Love threatens control. Ego likes control. Love requires surrender. You cannot force no one to feel, to stay, to feel, to choose you, or to be loyal to you. You understand me? I was in my reading in 1996, and I was just taught again M. 1996? Wow. Go back to 1996. Anyway, the lack of control activates jealousy, possessiveness, pride, testing behavior, but love mirrors. Relationships reflect your wounds, insecurities, attachment style, your shadow. When those trigger, ego exposes into defense. All right, the deeper meaning, and all right. Anyway, love touches identity. So if you secretly believe that I'm not enough, I will be abandoned, I have to earn love, that is no. All right, it already went into the survival mode. Love will expose that, and the ego will try to protect you by pushing away, clinging, or acting indifferent, or becoming defensive. All right. The important truth is that ego activation doesn't mean love is not real. It means it's real enough to touch your defense. Strong love surfaces hidden fears. I love M for 26 years, but I have never met his in America. Oh, you never met him? He's in America. Wow, that's some strong love. And strength versus the ego. This is where the strength card comes in, right? Because strength says, feel the ego reaction. Don't let it feel fear. All right. Don't let it run the Don't let it run the relationship. You can feel jealous without accusing. You can feel fear without controlling. You can feel desire without losing your dignity. All right. When you love activates the ego. For you guys, right? Does it feel fear of losing, fear not being chosen, or fear losing control? And your answer tells you why your ego is protecting. Oh, he's extremely famous, really? So when we look at the quiet power, it is not dominance, it is emotional regulation, because strength means that you don't let those instincts run the relationship. You respond instead of reacting, okay? It says be open, warm, but keep your center. Love activates passion, fear and loss, attachment and jealousy and ego. All right, how to manage intensity. All right, to endure love without losing your dignity. Loving someone through growth, staying calm during conflict, not collapsing when tested. And this is what it says: don't test when you're with this person. Don't try to give it ultimatums. All right. Wow, that's nice. All right. So anyway, to love with control, you understand that the lion isn't killed. It is tamed. So that's wild enough to tame me. You don't control the other person. You don't suppress your desires either. You integrate them. Desire plus restraint is healthy passion. When strength is in love is required, right? Strength is required when it comes to love, because love exposes vulnerability. Without inner strength, you cling, you overgive, you tolerate disrespect. But with strength, you hold boundaries. You don't react from fear. You don't beg. You don't chase chaos. You remain grounded. in your values. All right. And that is the mysteries of love. All right. And that is what love exposes. And a simple way to see your emotion, what your body feels, feeling what your mind is saying. All right. If you're feeling unsafe or you anxious about the future, emotions like anger, I'm feeling appreciated, right? And then you get emotion of sadness, feeling I feel lonely. I think just name the things that are bothering you, all right? Because if you don't separate a feeling from an emotion, because you want to gain clarity at the end of the day, all right? When someone ignores you, the message is irritation. The instant feeling is, I feel disrespect. I don't feel important. All right, now you have the power to ask yourself something meaningful. All right, so just understand what the energy is feeling. I go deep. Love is a deep force. All right, of connection, and of course that moves us beyond the survival into meaning. Love is not just a feeling; it's a way of relating, a willingness to care, understand, to nurture, to see another person clearly, and still remain present. And so, yeah. One thing about real love, it usually contains a balance of emotion, affection, warmth, attraction, trust, emotional safety, devotion, staying engaged through difficulty, freedom, not controlling or possessing, growth, helping life expand, not to shrink. It helps us to expand. We're not going to shrink. And of course, when we surrender into somebody's love, people you gotta make sure that you gotta earn somebody's surrender. You just don't surrender to anyone. All right, when you get weak in the knees. All right, love is it's often misunderstood as constant intensity, but many times love is quieter. Just checking in on your partner, being patient, honest, repairing after conflict. All right, remembering someone's heart, making space for another person's or for humanity as a whole. All right, so. And then you got to understand love exists in many forms: romantic, friendship, family bonds, spiritual love, like we got here, self-respect, compassion for life itself. Compassion for life itself. Here I get a lot of spiritual love and I give that back. All right. Love is the energy that says your existence matters, your time. All right. And of course, healthy love acts without needing to destroy myself or control you. That balance makes you love both powerful and healing. All right. I don't have to destroy myself to love you. But it requires a lot. Man, when we grow into this, because the awakened no longer fall in love. They rise into it, which is spectacular. It's beautiful. And we look at the mystery of love. Love is a path to spiritual awakening. All right. It is those balance of the opposites, the polarities, the opposites of those. When we balance the polarity, the light, dark, shadow. All right. Those two opposing forces, when we integrate them, your thoughts, your minds, your feelings align with your actions. Right. Because they split. All right. The ego doesn't always know it. They are part of something greater because it's here to defend you. This is your survival. All right. But you don't have to live in the survival mode all the time. All right. And one other thing about love's mystery is learning how to coexist without breaking the bond. All right. You don't have to break the bond. Because normally we collapse to one side. We all in or we all out. We polarize. All right. But when we hold our paradoxes, vulnerability and strength, freedom and commitment, desire and surrender, joy and pain. All right. Again, the soul evolves by experiencing polarity. All right. I don't live in ego, but E does. Okay. And you teach a person. All right. And love is a teacher. It reflects truth back to us. All right. It shows our wounds, our shadows. It reveals our deepest values. It teaches patience, forgiveness, and courage. All right. Especially when it comes spiritually. Love is a mirror of our soul. It shows you who you are, what you value, and what healing is needed. Yet it cannot be fully tamed. Love cannot be tamed. It doesn't obey logic. Okay. It doesn't work like that. For us, yeah, because we're trying to tame love. And love, of course, it exposes hidden truths. So the heart has to learn to dance with uncertainty. And in that dance, we're going to grow deep. The deepest growth is going to occur. It cannot be tamed because it mirrors who we truly are. If we were to tame the growth and the self-awareness it offers, that would vanish. Love transcends ego because ego wants to possess, control, and define love. True love cannot be defined. It flows naturally. It respects freedom and honors individuality. This is what you always see the fool. But when we try to control love, we're usually trying to make it fit our own ego's plan. not the soul's journey. All right, love's untamable. Excuse me, I do have a heavy accent. The nature is a gift. It teaches us patience, surrender, courage, and trust. It shows us tension between what we want and what is truly for us. All right, you might want to think, no, that's not truly, but you could go ahead and you're just gonna make it hard on yourself. That's all. And it can be fully tamed because it's both a force. All right, it's a force, and it's a mystery because it flows through life in ways that can't be fully predicted or controlled. Because it contains opposite, it resists rigid control, and if you try to tame it, you often suppress what makes it real. Love is alive. And of course, love is like a river. It moves, it grows, and it changes as people change. It doesn't follow rules or schedules. It cannot be forced into someone else's expectations. Trying to tame love is like trying to stop the wind from blowing. It may appear still, but the energy remains. All right? Love is a choice and a mystery. A choice because we decide to nurture, respect, commit to it. All right? And mystery because even when we choose, we cannot control. We cannot control how it flows, loves, grows, and it changes. Because true love honors both the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. And there you go. We are done. Let me go ahead and see your question. I hope that this helped you go love like you never been hurt. All right, and I mean that. I mean that in the most safest way. Nurture, love yourself. Love flows, not flies. It flows, baby. Let it flow. That Wheel of Fortune comes out a little too much. All right. Let me take a little. And Cheyenne, hey Miss Murdoch, 19Y. All right, don't worry about it. You know, we all go through our changes and all right. Oh, I didn't even text it. I opened it and I closed it. All right. Integrity. To act with integrity and love means to be honest about your feelings and needs and your boundaries. Don't stay in a relationship out of guilt, fear, or habit. Okay? Make choices that honor both yours and your person's heart. Use your discernment. Okay? The energy is rising. You know it. And of course, you're going to start to see clearly. You're going to start to speak clearly, act clearly. So acting with integrity, all right? Acting with integrity is like wielding the sword wisely, not violently, all right? So there are core principles of acting with integrity: truthfulness, consistency, not blaming, taking responsibility for your actions, acting in alignment with your values, making choices that reflect your personal ethics principles, all right, or your higher calling. Even when it's hard and uncomfortable, it's not fun. Trust me, it's not fun. Let's go ahead to your question. You say here that that is for the collective. I've loved M for 26 years, but I have never met his HIS family in America. You in Australia? Hey, I. So the question is what? What is your question? Soon you will see me when I take my story to the world. Oh yeah. And when I finish doing what I started in 2000 to help all humanity. I love that. Oh man, you better come back here and share. Let me go check you out. I love it. And the planet but the children first. I love that. This is the most important thing because as you start shaping your mind, because we're shaping children, we're directing children. We are these teachers, these mentors, these guides to our children. And when we don't have the tools, we don't have the tool to do it. We have the tools, and that's what I want to talk about AI tomorrow. When I talk about AI, I want to talk more into the children. First, I got to make sure that you are right, and I know the people that come through here, you know, man, I got the tools. Those tools are outdated. How I'm going to take care of my... First, you got to make sure that you mentally, emotionally, physically, you know, that you're okay, right? When you're okay, you wake up, you take care of yourself, all right? And then you go into the family. First, you got to make sure that you're okay. You're not going to be okay. You're not going to be able to take care of your children. It's very important. And when we got lives, you know, life happens. You know, how do I move through, you know, I love that. I love that. What are you, a Sagittarius? The pedophile rings. I already started the 2000. I contacted Trump, and he takes the credit for what I did not. Wait, really? Well, doggone Trump. What are you, a Sagittarius or an Aquarius? You a Cancer. Wow, that's nice. Wow, I love that. So what is your rising? Let me see. Let me go ahead and... Okay, give me your question. I love that. Keep it going and congratulations, all right? It's already happening in this moment. Remember, the universe creates in the now. And just speak the life that you want. Start writing things down, all right? Intention. You got great intentions, and I hope that you're successful. You just got to acknowledge it and continue on your journey. Don't worry about it, Trump. It's too big. We're talking about too much power. We're talking about too much power. Yes, myself and another victim, we opened the royal commissions into institutional child sex abuse, which went worldwide. Wow. I'm going to check that out. Put your thing down so I can go check it out. Wow. All right, let's go ahead. Give me your question. A lot of sensitivity when we talk about children, pedophile, people that are being abused. Is very sensitive. That's a very sensitive. I really don't talk a lot about that here. Yeah. A lot of people are really, yeah, that's a real sensitive. Yeah. I helped catch 4,000 pedophiles here in, wow. 4,000 in Adelaide. Wow, that is awesome. Wow. I'm definitely going to look at your work. Yeah, I love that. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I know. That's one of the most sensitive topics here. Do you have a channel? You have a channel? You bringing awareness? This is what we hear. We came, this time I'm going to go and I'm going to help. Wow, I love it. And a Cancer too. So you might get a death card. You're here to change 10 of Pentacles. Organization 6. All right, I mean 8. The goal here. 8. 3. All right. All right, let me go ahead. Not yet. I'm still, you're still learning. Yeah, this is why the 8 of Pentacles. All right. Go ahead with your question, or you haven't put a channel yet, right? Correct? So right now you just you are strategically spending, right? You're doing a lot of things. So you're buying books, you're reading books, you're getting things organized, right? Yeah, because you got the 8, and that is when it comes to when you got the 8, 9, and the 10. All right, that's the kind of money, the kind of money used directly to support your growth, your goals, and long-term plans. Successful energy you got there, right? It's purpose. It's a purposeful purpose. I cannot say the complete purposeful. I can't. It's not impulse spending, okay, or indirectly, okay. It is investing on your next level of life rather than just buying things to feel good temporarily, like the 4 cups. Novelty. When we get the 4 cups, we know it's novelty. I know when I see novelty. When you get to that 8 of Pentacles, man, when you get that 4 cups, I'm investing in novelty and foolishness. Because I don't understand the dopamine. My mind wants newness. That good feel hormone. And when I see the 4, I know when I see the 4 cups, it's talking to me about that novelty. Just novelty spending on junk. Watch what you're spending your money on. You're spending your money purposefully here and investing in yourself in courses, education, certification. This is a skill building tool. Software, art supplies, instruments, coaching, mentorship, guidance, launching your projects, marketing your business, or working materials that need for creative and professional projects, travel or resources. It's all there with the 8 of Pentacles, okay? And expanding your opportunities, long-term security, saving, retirement, insurance, right? Paying off debt, strategically investing in what grows over time. It is all about quality over quantity. That's what I tell my son. We want to have quality over quantity. A lot of people think more is better. No. when you get the Four of Cups, I already, oh God, they spending in novelty. They're not understanding. Those are the ones that I want to help. My money is coming. I put it in my paperwork today. I tried. Yep. Good for you. All right. Good for you. Little by little. This is what happened when we take our time. All right. This is buying durable or high valuable items that last right, that last, upgrading tools or systems that make you work more efficiently. I love when I get that strategic spending, the kind of money that you use directly to support your growth, your long-term growth, all right? Invest in long-term. Buying a course to increase your income, investing in your future self, all right? Focus on skill building, master growth, money energy, investing in tools, education, or resources that improve your craft or career. Spend to grow, not just to consume. When we get into that Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Four of Cups, you are spending foolish. And that's okay because I know I did it. I'm just trying to teach you. Hey. Reset. These things don't excite you no more. When you go into a store that is full of novelty, little knickknacks, all right? Especially when you go on Temu. You know, you start seeing a lot of stuff that's not doing nothing for you. If you're trying to grow a business and you go and you get the Four of Pentacles, I'm gonna go really, really. That's one I can't wait to do those. The money readings. You're spending money on the wrong thing. So this is the rewiring. The brain has to happen, and I love it. All right, I make beautiful dreams. Oh, I got some dream catchers that I bought. I have a star and I have a moon. All right, let's get to the question. Yeah, no, yeah, less is more. Less is more. Less is more. We get caught up with that because our brain looks for something new. Oh, that must be important. That must be better. It's not better. It's just gonna distract you from what you need to be doing. After a while, you're gonna really be like, man. But anyway, I'll go back to Taurus. They're used to all that novelty. They like having all knickknacks and all kinds of stuff. So I get it. But that distracts you. You know, they feel like having more little things, you know, to distract them for what is truly happening. And so those are the ones that I really want because they always get the Four Cups. You know, nothing is gonna fulfill you. Nothing is gonna make you feel better. No. All right. I'm going to delete stuff in my cart in Temu. All right. I know you didn't get it. You didn't get the Four Cups, but I know you got stuff in the cart. You don't need it. If it's not bringing you long term, you could buy it later on. You invest in your future, all right? And after you think about it, oh, I don't really need it. You just always think, oh, I could use that. It's important. It's not important. Remember your dopamine, your brain, all right? It's that good feel hormone that needs to say, yeah, this is important. Go buy it, all right? Continue to work on your long-term goals, all right? You got the A again, all right? Anybody has a question? I'm gonna leave. I don't know what happened. I think he went back to sleep. John, this was the time because tomorrow I'll be in a different energy when we talk about the world card and the shad. I'm going to talk about it. And when we look at Saturn, it's the ruling, it rules, of course, Capricorn and Aquarian energy. I put lots of in my card for E and a child I can't afford. He's got. Yeah, you got to stop that. Stop that. Stop feeling guilty. Stop. Just delete it. Delete it. One time we have to let that. I stop all that nonsense. I stop it all. All right, we got to go into this Villa era because a lot of people don't understand when they see the devil. And I'm going to say it again. When you see the devil, they're telling you something. Be in your own Villa era. Unapologetically you. Prioritizing your needs. Setting boundaries and focus on self-growth. Even if it means discomforting others. Or being perceived as selfish is a form of self-preservation and empowerment. A rejection of people pleasing in a period of radical self-acceptance. When you embrace your authentic self and you chase your own desires without fear or judgment. Stop it. Prioritize yourself. All right? Shifting from putting others first to you have to learn how to build confidence, becoming more confident and asking, okay, for what I want and taking what you want. I'm no longer shy about my desires. No. Reclaim your power. Shift from the hero to the self-sufficient anti-hero. Self-discovery. It is a transformative phase. All right? It could be messy and challenging, of course. But it's essential for your personal growth. Rejection societal norms. You actively challenge his expectations and constant self-sacrifice and people pleasing. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're being activated. It is not malicious. It is not malicious. That is not harmful. All right? That is not what that means. That is not harmful actions or intentionally being cruel. You're not plotting evil plans. It's not about acting like an antagonist from a story or ignoring your responsibilities. A period of balance, not neglect, where you are still able to support all others once your needs are met. Embrace it, clearly identify your limitations, and you are no longer willing to. What are you not going to tolerate no more? You have to stop. Can I please get a reading? Hello. Hey, Mora. Hey, Mora. All right? No more. Stop it. Stop, 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 stop. Stop people pleasing. And then you be like, oh my God, they're taking advantage of me. I am such a kind heart. No, you are just scared to say no. Oh, I'm such a good hearted person. No, you're just scared. You're stuck being the good guy. You don't know how to say no. Be direct with your approach. But anyway, have a healthy, approach. Now you're becoming the good guy. Now you're stuck being the good guy. And now you don't know how to change it because now you're scared to be judged. Stop it. Stop saving your family all the time. Damn it, if they got in that mess, you pray for them. Pray that they get an awakening, a revelation, that God send them good friends. But you don't you dare. You are going to deplete your balance. Your balance will drain. Stop it. Not anyone know exactly how to say no. All right? Now you know how to say no. Good. You have to say no. It's just a whole sentence. I can't back with that right now. I don't have the resources. A lot of times, they're going to think I'm broke. Let them think you're broke. Oh, they're going to think that I don't got no money. You don't got no money. I don't got it. It's okay. Stop trying to act like I'm Mr. Fly Guy or Mrs. Fly Guy. I got money. People are going to think. And then the worst thing is that they post you on the internet. Now you got to. Now they put your picture. Oh, look what they gave me. Now you want to do it for the gram, for the Facebook. Now you want to look like the hero. Get out of here. Oh, I got it like that. Doesn't mean invest in your future. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Now they're manipulating you through kindness. Now you have to do it. Now you have to, because now they put you on Facebook, Instagram. Look at what they gave me. Look at what they gave my son. Oh, wow, they're so nice. No, they're just doing it for the gram too. They want a validation. They want to be like, that's a person that gives to the homeless. They take it and they record it. Look at what I did. Stop doing that. That's stupid. All right? Learn while you're doing the things. Are you doing it for external validations to look good in front of others? You do it authentic. You do it behind when nobody's watching. Do it then. I bet you don't do it then. You got to be click here. I mean, it's good to inspire other people to give. All right? You don't have to prove that you gave to inspire other people to give. All right? You don't have to do that. You don't got to go take a picture, go load it up, all right, and say, "Oh, look what I get." Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't tell. I know I used to do it. So that's why I'm telling you. All right, I'm not telling you something that I haven't lived and I haven't done. All right, and then I get caught. I say, "Wait a minute, wait, hold. All right, so be careful. There you go, because now you're stuck being the good guy. Oh, if I don't put a picture, they're gonna think I don't got no money. Something happened to me, that I'm doing bad. So you're constantly feeding the ego. Don't do that. You don't have to. Once a month, hey everybody, I'm doing fine. Go like a couple of pictures, and if you're trying to grow a business, get the heck out. What are you doing? All right, stop it. Go like the pictures. Go watch a couple of videos once a week. That's okay. Okay, if you're trying to grow a business, set some boundaries, some focus blocks. This is from this time for an hour and a half to 2 hours. That's it. What are you doing all day there? Scrolling your life away, becoming a zombie. It is so detrimental to our health. All right. If you're not doing nothing, if you're not doing something that's going to elevate you, promote your growth, it's mental, physical. I mean, we need the stimulation. Go watch a funny movie. Go laugh. Laughter is medicine. All right. Anyway, when we look at the father of limitations, because the different gods govern chaos, nature, and time. When we look at the 4 sentient beings, let me see if I get it. Queen of Wands. There's a lot of queens up in here. Let me see if the Queen of Cups shows up. No, wow. All right. King. And we got the Temperance. I got my two beautiful dogs to play with. They love me immensely. They are pure, innocent souls, better than most human. Oh no! Don't do that. I know we can't have a hatred for you. Nah, I know. All right. God bless the dog. There's nothing like being connected to another human. I love the dogs. I love the whole. I love it. I love it. But we have to learn. We're here to connect. All right. I know. Don't look at the human. Oh, I'm gonna leave it there. All right. All right. That's your perspective for what you. I get it. I get it. I would never not want to connect to another human being. That's why I'm here. Connecting to a part of me, my nature, my animal. I love that as well, but I need to have polarity between both the animal and the human. All right. Because I'm both. All right. And out of that, I have this higher self, archangel. All right. Or the demon, however you understand. All right. Let me just be careful what I say. All right. But no, I love people. I love to connect. And there's nothing like helping the human being. See, a lot of people don't understand. They lack awareness. A lot of people lack awareness. No, we have to forgive. We have to understand that we all got things that we're hiding. We got look. I will go into the inner demons and understand. Yeah, you have to. No, don't say that. Better than human beings. All right. Once you understand the logic, what's behind underneath. All right. A lot of people are unconscious living. They're not aware of the things that they're doing. So it's okay. No, you don't have to. It's okay. All right. No, we don't want to think like that. No. It's okay. This is what you got to go deep. I was just talking about forgiving people, and which is a lot of us. It's hard for us to do. Forgiveness is it's incredibly hard for us, and even forgiving ourselves sometimes. Okay, you're gonna hurt the one thing about you're gonna hurt the people that you love the most. It's not often intentional. All right. It's the people closest to you. They have the greatest ability to touch our hearts and also the greatest ability to trigger, all right, our unresolved pain, but healthy relationships with one another, right? Okay, when we hurt people, all right, they are the ones we both hurt and we're willing to learn, repair, and grow. But when hurt happens, another person basically is about insecurity. So we have to understand. Yeah, I know it is. I know it's hard. You're stringing. You staying with that energy. You need to have energetic energy freedom, freeing yourself from the energy, forgiveness. Even but you have to mean it. For years, I thought that I forgave my mom, and I didn't. But anyway, understand a little bit about the Saturn and what he occupies. But one thing about Saturn, the occupation when you get the devil, all right, it's not bad. You know, it is that it's restricting you to awake you. So it's gonna limit. It's gonna limit you to certain things. All right. It's gonna help you get rid of, and it's gonna help you to get serious. All right. That's what it's doing. The lessons that you're gonna have to learn. When you get the war card, represents completion, maturity, integration, mastery of those lessons, emotional wholeness. You learn the lessons and the cycles they close. All right. So understanding a little bit about Saturn when it comes to relationship. It doesn't mean that it's doom. It means structure, timing, and karma. And the lessons through commitment in those relationships when you get Saturn's energy. That is slow building love, not instant romance. Attraction grows over time. Relationships feel serious or faded. You got to understand a little bit of Saturn and that energy. We don't rush, we build. That's karmic relationship. It often brings people together through lessons, and unfinished emotional patterns. Growth through difficulty. In these relationships, they feel intense, but they serious. And they're hard to ignore, all right? They sometimes very heavy at first, all right? So understand understand a little bit of that power, yeah. All right? Please understand a little bit. But yeah, forgiveness is important. But it does limit you from things because it's trying to help you be successful. There's things that you want to get done. It's not like Jupiter when it comes to, because Jupiter is all about abundance when it comes to alignment, all right? And when it comes to our faith and our spiritual practice through traveling, all right? Bringing that abundance right now is in the 5th house, all right? And all your creative projects with Venus being there, all right? And so when my mom talked to me again, if yes, much longer, it's hurting my heart. All right, and you got to forgive, okay? I forgave always, time and time again. Forgiveness is the greatest form of love, exactly. And it gives you emotional, of course, energetic freedom. All right, when we forgive another person, when we find Because we have to see the goodness. All right? When we forgive, and we got second chances, all right? And so, yeah. Understand a little bit of the Saturn when you get the devil, the Villa era, what it's telling you, and get ready because Saturn is the malefic planet, the teacher. M is Libra and E is a Cancer like me. All right, which question that you want? I have forgiven my mom, but she has now closed off to me. All right, give me your questions so I could go ahead. I'm about to get out of here. Nobody else has a question? All right. Forgiving and learning. All right. I'll be back tomorrow. If you want to ask me the question tomorrow, okay? I think we had enough time. I thank you so much for stopping by. Let me get out of here. Okay. All right. I want this to don't keep yeah. All right. Slow it down a little bit. All right. All right. All right. You said enough. You text enough. That's it. We're gonna bring that to the end. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna give you a few cards. A lot of times they show me the situation. We're gonna look at the challenge. I'm gonna look at the challenge for you. All right. And what kind of guidance? All right. You want something passive, which not passive, positive, toxic, because after a while, we got so many twos, but we stay stuck with the same words, and they lose meaning. They become so memory past. You know what I mean? Like they don't hold weight, and we have to reinvent things. You know what I mean? So I know, oh, don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. That's it. You know, because we don't come with instruction. One more. What can we gonna say? Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, it's gonna be okay. Oh, just hang in there. Oh, don't be blah 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 blah. One more. You got the Tower. All right, so what they saying to you with the Tower, the tires are a restriction here, and it's through awakening. All right. So when you see the Tower, another awakening card, restrictions so it could wake you up. The foundations are shaken here. So how do I build a foundation? Slowly, we clear the debris. All right. And then we start building slowly, saving the memories. All right. How do I begin again? Because the Ace of Pentacles, what seeds, right? If I plant a seed, if I cultivate this, it could grow successfully. All right. If I plant this seed, if I find my way in here, because I left clues for myself in here, but I'm not aware of them. All right. I'm not aware of them. This could be something of, because you understand the Tower is a card of disruption, but through awakening. It's a card of restricting through awakening, because something false has to end. An identity, a job, right? A situation that is not healthy. All right. The foundation's got to be shaken before I be ripped away. So basically, you might be removing yourself from this, or you don't have to, right? So there's something here that you're doing, which I like, is a radical acceptance, but accepting your past, accepting what happened here. All right. I don't know. What is your mom's lifestyle? They're giving me a lot. All right. But anyway, the Ace of Pentacles is spiritually. All right. Because this is more than a coin. This represents spirit expressed in the material world. All right. The pentacle here is a 5-star pointed star, right? And you look at this energy. And this is the circle. And in that circle, you see earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. So the human soul incarnates in physical, and the union, the spiritual and the earthly realm, holding your spiritual gifts and learning how to use them. And I think that you're doing that in everyday life, honoring your worth as a divine being in human form, grounding spiritual wisdom and what? Into practical instead of keeping it only all these ideas, right? So when I look at that, that gives me your talents, your resources. Those are sacred. All right. But when it comes to the Three of Cups here, like they show me a little bit something else. All right. So whether it was at its most positive, this card here, all right, is connecting, is networking, is expanding your growth for whatever reason this is. You suppose I don't know how to say this. Oh God. Oh gosh. All right, because I don't think that you're gonna understand me. Are you? Look, like we supposed to have these experiences so it could help you grow, because this is how our soul are the evolution for our soul. All right, our soul, it evolves by experiencing polarity. All right, hey jackpot. And when that happens, we build emotional intelligence here. Okay, because when we look at contrast, it sharpens your inner compass, and without contrast, everything blends together. Different creates attention, right? And when you think of darkness, that's when you see clearly. Emotional confusion next to clarity makes clarity feel obvious. It exposes attachment and truth in somebody, all right? No, but it's not that I'm not going to speak it. It's like I don't think that you're going to understand what I'm going to say to you. So I'm going to leave that alone. But the bottom line is this. The tower, it reveals slowly. All right? This is not emotional yet. When anytime that you get the Ace of Pentacles, it's something that doesn't carry emotional weight. So it's a new opportunity here. But if you're ready to cultivate, are you ready to rebuild back the connection? All right. So it's more of like a warning than say a guidance, because this will work. But if you be intentional with it, all right, because it's telling me something about somebody's lifestyle, all right, the associations, all right. But anyway, you have Pluto transformations here, and this is an Aquarius energy here. All right. Aquarius energy shows up here because Pluto is in Aquarius, given that is in retrograde. All right. And when you understand Aquarius is a rebellion, it helps you rebel so you could get the things that you want to do. All right. And it breaks down dynamics, groups. But anyway, I think even more when your social life. All right. So there's a lot here. Maybe the answer is not going to happen because this is all about breaking old identities and rebuilding new ones. Okay, so this will help you to see maybe they mirror you in some way, shape, or form. All right. So your question, what was the question again? I have forgiven my mom, but she has now closed off to me. All right. You just went through a transformation? Okay. All right. So anyway, that's what the tower does. The tower gives you transformation, but it awakens you. All right. That's one thing about the tower. And when it comes to the heart space at the end of the day, right? Because this doesn't automatically mean that the relationship is over, it's ending. This means that the person's emotional foundation is changing. It's making room for something more honest and real. So you have to let this happen. All right. And so anyway, this highlights here the importance of letting this happen so you could rebuild, but slower. All right, this is a new opportunity that doesn't carry the emotional weight. All right, and then really sticking to it. This is seeing the things in the tangible energy here. When you get this is a seed, not a full-grown tree. This is a promise of all right. It is strong, but it needs what? Nourishing. All right? It needs effort. It needs consistency to reach it's like a tree, all right? To reach its full potential, all right? There's a valuable opportunity here is being placed in your hands, or one that can lead to what? Lasting growth if you choose to cultivate it, all right? So wherever you got family, spiritual growth, a specific question, whatever it is that you want here, all right? So you got to understand what this is telling you, okay? Yes, I was always big with the flow with love, all right? So at the end of the day, I got the surrounding cards here, right? And this is, whatever's going to happen, It's going to lead you to truth, reconciliation, right? And there's going to be a new direction for you here, all right? Whether you guys never speak again or don't speak for a long time, my lens is going to give you the clarity, because this exposes what was hidden, all right? Some people don't, somebody could be very blunt, very harsh, and that exposes something that they were trying to hide, all right? So whatever's going on, but at the end of the end of the day, this is a powerful emotional change. It is happening. Allow it. It is not nothing that you did. It is time. We got Pluto in Aquarius retrograde. This is a moment of introspection, of going in, or less socializing. All right. I'm talking about with the people in your groups, not in social media. All right, not into the social networks. All right. Yeah, they're a little ratchet. Thank you. All right, but anyway, understand that we all learn. All right, that doesn't mean that it's over. Even our couples, they see this. That is making way for something honest and real to grow. And you could be apart from a person. All right. Let me tell you one thing here. When you get this card here, all right. And yeah, all right. But when you get the this is Mars, this is Pluto. Maybe something happens in the future. I don't know exactly when. All right. It could be a week from now. I gotta see how Mars and Pluto's outside our Kuiper belt. It's not connected to our solar system, our solar belt, and so they are criterias. They are things of Pluto, because it has to make a whole revolutionary around the sun to complete its full orbit, so it could meet the criteria to become because it's a dwarf planet. All right, and that takes another 148 years. All right, I think about something like that. All right, so when we look at in here, the energy of the tower is just a person, emotional words going through a major shift. All right, it's not the ending. All right, because this is not calm. All right, this is experience, change, truth. This is upheaval. All right, and it looks like an emotional awakening, because you'll realize something important about the relationship, about yourself. This is a shock. You know, you may be shaken by a breakup, the argument, all right, or the revelation, or the unexpected event. I don't know how it happened, all right, but these are all emotional walls collapsing defenses. The defenses that I worked so hard to keep up, now they finally crumbling down. All defenses that we built around my heart, they are beginning to fall away, all right? And that, of course, could bring intense feelings, all right? It could bring fear, passion, and you probably even feel like, all right? I feel a little stranger or stronger than you, so I'm no longer able to ignore the truth, all right? And you're going to continue to go through that. For anybody that watches and understand what they're going through, all right? Whether you go healing or new direction, all right? Is what, you got to understand, it breaks up the threes when you get here, all right? So we look at the God of chaos, breaking up relationships. So you each could go on your way and do what you have to do, all right? So anyway, when you see this, because this one's, somebody's heart wants authenticity for sure, even if it's uncomfortable, all right? So right now you ask yourself, what emotional truth is breaking through, okay? And what old patterns can I no longer stand in? All right? That's it, all right? So whether it leads to reconciliation, healing, or a new direction, at the end of the day, you're going to get your truth through, and it's going to awaken you, all right, to something real. Living in the fog or this emotional landscapes, going up and down with all these emotions, not understanding your emotions, but at the end of the day, okay, expanding awareness is here, and a lot of times it happens, all right, when we have that limitations, all right. There's nothing you can build out of that. That's it. You can't see what you see, all right. It's like turning fantasy to stand next to facts. No, they don't happen like that, all right. And so this is the truth. This is the awakening. I can't see it no more. And then what do you do from there? All right? You continue to work on your craft. All right? I may move to America. Good for you, sweetie. All right? So maybe that's causing this shift to happen. So you could move and you could do the things that you want to do and break up the old friendships. It exposes the fake, phony friends in your life. All right? The people that you're giving a lot of energy to. It exposes all that. All right? You maybe socialize. There could have been money spending here, spending money on things that were necessary. All right. And all right, people that are not going and aligning with your path. All right. I know I went through this, so I know. Ooh. Ooh. All right, that's it. It broke up a lot of my friendships. Yeah. And I didn't understand it at first. Back in wow. Man, I can't recall. Oof. 2005 and 6. It broke a lot of my friendship. That's it. A lot of people think, oh, stay away from them. They're not your friend. Blah 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 blah. No. We all we all run through these archetypes, and it happens. And the universe is self-selecting, it's recalibrating some things for you. Of course you have. No, you didn't do it. You was forced to do it. You was forced to do it. You didn't do it. You think you did it yourself? All right. All right, I'm getting out of here. I thank you guys so much. I got to go. My back hurts. Thank you guys. For us, we'll stay with the same friends. If it was up to us, we will stay with the same friends. We keep forgiving. We keep tolerating. But something deeper, all right? Something wider, something stronger. This incredible force. All right, we are forced to close down those chapters. That's it. That you outgrew that. All right, why are you still entertaining that? All right, why are you still entertaining that? That's not going where you're going. All right, that's not going where you're going, because when you look at tarot again, it's basically an archetype map, dressing symbol. So when I'm reading cards, I'm reading planetary archetypes in motion, even if we're not reading them that way. So there's more than meets the eye. More than meets the eye. God bless you over and over again. God bless you too. All right. Understand that a lot of things there are forces behind. And there are laws that are binding you. They're binding us. All right. And sometimes we don't understand. But it comes a time when you cannot see the truth no more. All right. Then after a while, okay, then you might come back to the person. And then you'll be like, oh, I don't even want to be around them. All right. But it's going to help you grow. All right, I love you guys. See you guys. Thank you guys so much. All right, bye, sweetie. All right. Bye, God. I don't know what happened to you, God of Chaos. You left? All right. All right. Okay, guys. Bye-bye, guys. Bye, Shania Murdoch. All right, sweetie. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Have a great day.